Okay guys, what we're going to do today is start to look at gathering some assets and creating some assets to be used in our game. As you can see, this is an example of what you're going to produce, the kind of things that you've been designing over the last couple of lessons. In the background I've got an image, a space image. I've got a logo for my game which I've created in Fireworks, and I've got a start and a game instructions button as well. Now, I started off by going onto the internet and doing a search for some space backgrounds. Don't worry about the size of the image, because the good thing about Scratch is that it will automatically resize it to fit the canvas that we're working on. Okay, so it's a good idea at this point to save the image to your desktop, and if you want to be even more organized, then it'd be a good idea to put it into, or create a game images folder and actually put it into there and keep everything together. And that can stay on your desktop for the time being. It's easier to put them in from scratch into Scratch. When we're going to create our own images, we're going to use a program called Fireworks. You may need to open this from the Spotlight toolbar in the top right hand corner of the screen, and when the application loads up, you can see that you get an option to create a new Fireworks document. This is a PNG file type, and the benefit of this is because it allows us to have a transparent background. When we click on create a new Fireworks document, the first thing we're asked to do is to choose a size. The size doesn't really matter at this point. What we're really after is a workspace. You can change the size at any point of the canvas, and Fireworks also has a nice option which lets us fit canvas, which means to shrink everything down to the smallest size possible. Now, when we're choosing a canvas colour, you can have a white background, or you can choose a custom colour, and you can choose anything from the palette. Now, I'm going to go for a transparent background because I don't want any kind of colour behind there. I want it to pick up the space background in my game. When you click on OK, it'll load up the canvas that you're going to be working on. The first thing that I'm going to do is to add some text to my logo, and I'm going to type in the name of the game, so The Amazing Pac-Man Adventure. And I'm going to take each one of the boxes using the selection tool, and I'm going to choose the font that I want. I'm going to increase the size a little bit, and I might even decide to change the colour. So I'm going to have a white font with a black outline, and I'm going to do the same thing with the word adventure as well. So size 26, change the colour to white, and there we go. The word Pac-Man, I want to be a slightly different font, and this is why I've split it into 3 text boxes. So I'm going to go with Hobo Standard, and I'm going to make that a lot bigger. Again, with this one, I'm going to put an outline around the text, and this time I'm going to change the colour. I'm not going to choose white, I'm going to choose a different colour. The good thing about Fireworks, as opposed to putting your text into Scratch, is that you can actually use some of the effects. So I can actually put in a gradient fill if I wish, and just to make it look a little bit more interesting. You can also add in some filters, things like a drop shadow and something like an inner bevel to make it look 3D. And it's always worth having to play around with the settings just to see what you can get the software to do to make the text look good. The last thing that I wanted to do was put some kind of image on there. You can take an image off the internet and copy and paste it in, or import it in. Just be careful not to make it too complicated, otherwise it can detract from your logo. I'm just going to choose a simple shape. I'm going to click and hold on the rectangle tool and choose the star. I'm going to make it nice and big and position it just behind or just over the top of the text for now. You can change the colour. I'm going to have a basic solid colour for this one and just keep it yellow. I'm also going to look at putting maybe a filter on, just a drop or just a glow, make that yellow. And then the last thing I want to do is just drag the star underneath all of the text on the right hand side like so. And then to finish off, if you click on the grey outside area, you can use the fit canvas button to actually just reduce down the size of your canvas automatically so that everything fits on. So there you go. Hopefully you've got a few ideas of what you can do to make your own logo for your own game. The last things that you need to think about are any other assets that you might need. For example, on mine, if you remember, there was the start button and the game instructions button. It looks something like that.